Hello everyone, my name is Kwimi Desiree and you're on the channel Code with Desiree. Today we are going to talk about class, objects and constructor. Last time we spoke about clearly and briefly on those different knowledge, and we are going to talk back, we are going to refresh memories of what we said last time on those three different knowledges. First of all, we said that a class is a blueprint or a model or a template that defines the structure, that is, it could contain parameters or in another name called attributes. It could also contain methods and also the behavior of objects. We said that an object is an instance of a class. It represents a specified entity or instance of that class. To finish this, we spoke also about a constructor. A constructor is a special method in a class used to initialize objects of that class. Now, as we have given the different definition of those different knowledges, let us enter into the subject. Let us go to our application. Let us go to our software, which is NetBeans. We are going to continue where we ended last time. Here, we are going to start first by creating our class. To create our class, we will continue from our project. To create our class, we just easily come on our project that we created. And our project that we created was called Desiree. You can have anyone, you do like you want. We will enter in our project. In our project, we will enter into our source packages. We open our source packages and directly inside our source packages, we have a program here. This program, don't forget that we created it since the beginning. You can do like you want, you create a new one. When you create a new one, it will generate this program. And in this program, you will right click on it. When right clicking on it, you will make new, and on new you will make Java class. When clicking on Java class, it will open an interface, and in this interface we will put a new name. Let us put a name known as car. Sorry, we will put a name that does not exist. Yes, we will say car 1, something like this, and we will validate it. When we validate, this is our car 1 which is open, and in this car 1, let me tell you something. As you can see, this represents the class. As told earlier, that a class contains different attributes, methods and a constructor. As we will see how we can do all this. First of all, we will declare different attributes or parameters. We will say string name, string let us say area, string, here we will say double price, and we will end here. As you can see, all these three parameters represent the parameters of that class, and further in our knowledges we will see, or further in our course we will see what is the difference between global variables and local variables. But for now, we will just do what we are concerned with. We have our different parameters. After these three parameters, we will put in place our function or a method, and also further we will speak about clearly the difference between procedure and function. But here we are going to simply use a procedure. We will say public, and a procedure is represented by a void, public void, and we will give our procedure. We will call it for now we will not distinguish between procedure and function. We will simply say a method. Here we will say explain as our procedure. Here we will give a procedure. We will say system.out.println, and here we will give the name of our procedure. I want to buy a new car today. Please, is it possible? Here we have created our procedure. Sorry, it is big S. Here we have created our procedure. We have created our method, which is public void explain, and these are our different parameters, and this represents our class. Now, as you can see from what we said at the beginning, a class is represented, as you can see, and as we said earlier, that a class is a model that defines the structure and the behavior of objects. As you can see here, this is structure represented by parameters and just a method. After this, we are going to see how we can do constructors. But from now, you can see how a class functions, how a class behaves, and how the class is represented. Now, if you want to do an object of this class, to do an object of this class, it is quite easy. We'll come back to our project that we created. We will enter into the principal code where there is our int, into our principal code where there is this public static void main, because it is this function, it is this one which is responsible to run our program. That means that in our program we have the principal one which runs all those different classes, polymorphism, interfaces that we are going to see. It is this principal one which runs our programs. Now, if you want to make an object, because we simply said that an object is an instantiation, or an object is an instance of a class. It is what we said. And now we are going to make an object here. To make an object, we simply declare, as we had in our project, it is declared as car1. Let us delete this one, it does not help us. We will delete it. Sorry, my machine is quite slow. Let us delete it. It will take a bit of time. I'm sorry about that. It's doing like this. I'm sorry. Let us click OK. As you can see in the name of our class here, we will declare as the name is given here. And let me remind you that here our class is like a public class, because as we saw at the beginning, we saw about access modifiers. In access modifiers, there are different types, as we said. They were public, private, protected, as we can see. Here it is in public phase. Further in our course, we are going to see those different types. But from now, we will declare as it is given there, and we will say here car new car 1. And here, sorry, I forgot my brackets. As you can see, this car This car here is this, as you can see here, it is an object. This car here is an object of the class. He has instantiated this class, which is car1. Now in our class we can see that we have string name. Let us make this a bit funner, a bit interesting. If we put here, let us give the name Toyota. Let us give the area Lockboom, and let us give the price of 55,000, and we will say dollars. $55,000. Sorry, we can't put that because it is in an integer. We will say, just say 55,000, or we can say, let us put something funner. We will say $4,000. Don't forget that we cannot put the symbols here because it is giving just numbers. We have put it as double. We can say 4,000.457. Yes, 7. Here we will try to obtain his parameter. To obtain his parameter, we just do this. We will say car dot. As you can see, it is directly opening to those parameters of this class because it is instantiating the class in question. We will take let us take name. Let us declare a variable. Let us say string name car equals to car name. Yes, let us just do something like this, and we print this name car. Yeah, if you run this program, we will obtain the result of the car in question. It is running. Like I said, my machine is quite slow now. As you can see, we have obtained the result Toyota. That is the result that we were waiting for, because it is obtaining the parameter instantiated from the class car1, which is Toyota. Now, if you want to obtain this method, we will directly do the same thing. There will be no problem. Let us put it in comment. If you do this car.explain, you see the method is directly open to us. As you can see, the method is directly open to us. And if you run this program, we will have what we are expecting. That is, it will give us car. Like you can see, I want to buy a new car today. Please, is it possible? It means that we have access to that. Method. Now, we have seen what is a class. We have seen what is an object. Let us talk a bit about constructor. But now we are going to enter directly into constructor. Let us wipe this. Also wipe this. Let us also wipe this. It will not help us now. And let us put in comment this method. Now we are going to directly talk about constructor. A constructor just permits us to initialize an object. What does it mean? It is represented as public car1, And inside, we directly put our different constructor. We will say string name. Yes, let us open here. Yeah. Here we will say string areas and double price. As you can see, to create a constructor, we give the public, we make our constructor public by saying public, and we give the same name. This name should be similar to the class to show that it is a constructor that we are creating inside our class. As we said last time of a constructor, we said that a constructor is a special method in a class used to initialize an object of that class. As I was saying, we are initializing our object in this class, and these different parameters that you can see here represent the different parameters. These different parameters put in our brackets of our constructor represent different values for those attributes up here, as you can see. Now, if you want to initialize our parameters, let us, for the first case, see what will happen if we don't put this in front of our variables. You can clearly see what will happen if we do name equals name, we do areas equals areas, we do price equals price, and let us directly initialize our constructor. Let us put this in comment. Yeah, you see it is directly read. Why? Because we didn't put inside here our different results expected. That is, it is waiting for different values. That means that there are different values here. It is waiting for these different values that we didn't give. It means that we must give a name, an area, and a price. If we give here a name, let us say Mercedes. Let us say area. The area we will say my paper, and the price we can say $5,000. What is, sorry, I put simple code, why it is double, and we see my paper. Now, as you can see here, our car has been initialized because we have a constructor. Our car is initialized. Now, to run this car, we can easily do this. See, we have our name, our area, and our price here. We will simply run this name. We will for this first time we will take name. We will say car dot name. We will run this one. Let us directly put it in our system dot out dot println and run this program directly. We will observe that it will give us a pass error. Why? You see, as we can see, it is giving that our value is null, which is a pass error for us. Why? Because it is not taking in consideration the value that we are giving inside our initialized constructor, because it is not considering that this name is the parameter up here. That is why when we are in a class, we must always put behind our different names here, area and price, which represent our parameters. That is taking, this is what it is meaning. These different things that you are seeing here, name, areas, price, represent what is passed inside the constructor name, area, and price. And here we are seeing that our name, areas, and price, we are giving in our object a value Mercedes market per and 5,000. The problem is that this name, area, and price, which the first name, area, and price, which are the parameter of our class, is not taken in consideration because we didn't put this to implies that it is the name of our parameter, area, and price of our parameter that we are taking. Therefore, we must add a this dot. Here we must add also a this dot, and here we must also add a this dot. Now, as we have this, if you see directly here that the name has changed, it is no more underlined yellow. Why? Because it is considering that we are using the parameter of string name. If you run this program, we will no more have null as value. We have now Mercedes. As you can see, this here has changed our result because we are considering that we are using the different parameters of our class. Now, as we can have here, we will use a method. We say public method, and here we will say, let us say public padding, we will say void, because for now we will not distinguish really between a function and a procedure. We directly open, and here we will say, let us make a small thing. We will say just system.out.println, and here we will say, do you have a, and we add here plus, we will say this dot name, here I will add here double quotes. I will say and how much does it cost? We will add here plus, yeah, for now we just use name and we put our semicolon. If you run this program by putting here, let us put here car, what was the name of our, we call it method, car.method, and we run it. We observe that for the first thing, as you can observe, we have the name of the car, which is Mercedes. But for our method, you can see here that, sorry, I didn't space here. If I space here, I run it back. Now you see that we have here, do you have a Mercedes and how much does it cost? If I clean this, look what will happen. If I clean this here, we will not have a null. Why? Because we are using this variable, and this variable is like a global. Like you can see here, it is like a global. Putting this here or not putting this is the same thing, because this variable is like a global. We will see in the next course, in the next video, the difference between a global and a local variable. If I put the this or if I don't put the this, as you can see, the result remains the same thing. But putting this inside our constructor is very important. But for as default, to respect convention, we will put this. Although it doesn't disturb, but to respect convention, we put our this. And if we run, it remains the same thing. Now, I think we have seen a bit how a constructor, a class, and an object are represented, and you saw how we can manage that. In our next course, we are going to talk about the difference between a local and a global variable, and after that we are going also to speak about what is a function, what is a procedure, and the difference between both of them. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and share this video. See you later.